10 etiquette mistakes that give you away. We all want to be seen as classy, poised, and in control, but sometimes it's the little things that give us away. Those small etiquette mistakes that make us look less polished than we feel. If you've ever wondered why you don't always leave the best impression, this is for you. Today, we're going to highlight 10 etiquette mistakes that women like us make without realizing it, and what you should be doing instead to make sure you're showing up at your best every time. Stick with us till the end. There's a surprise bonus you don't want to miss. Number 1. Loud phone conversations in public spaces. You've been there. You're standing in line at the coffee shop or walking down the street, and suddenly someone starts talking on the phone like they're in their own living room. Full volume. No concern for the people around them. We've all experienced this, probably even done it ourselves. But here's the thing. Loud phone conversations in public spaces come across as inconsiderate. Not only is it annoying to the people around you, but it gives off a vibe of carelessness. What to do instead? Keep your conversations private. If you're in a public space and you need to talk, move to a quieter area. Keep your voice at a level where only the person on the other end can hear you. A simple adjustment like this shows that you're aware of your surroundings and respectful of others. Plus, it reflects maturity and confidence. You're not desperate for everyone to hear your every word. Trust me, the world doesn't need to be privy to your latest drama or business call. Keep it contained. Number 2. Oversharing every detail of your life on social media. We've all seen it. The constant stream of posts about every little moment. The minute you wake up, you're sharing what you had for breakfast. And by midday, your followers know exactly how your kids performed at school or what your spouse said over dinner. Social media can easily turn into a diary. And while it feels good to share, it can quickly cross the line into oversharing. It's one thing to post a cute family picture, but it's another to document every single step of your day, as if everyone needs to be along for the ride. What to do instead? Be intentional with what you share. Choose quality over quantity. Sure, post the milestones and celebrations, but leave the personal struggles, day-to-day routines, and private details to yourself. Remember, you don't need to explain everything to the world. Share the highlights and the big wins, but keep the rest reserved for close friends or your inner circle. This not only helps maintain a sense of privacy, but also positions you as someone who is thoughtful about what they reveal, creating an aura of mystery and sophistication. By curating your posts, you show confidence. You're in control of the narrative, not your followers. Your value isn't in how much you share, but in what you choose to keep for yourself. Number 3, talking about money, prices, and what things cost. Let's face it, when someone constantly mentions how much they paid for something, it can come across as, well, a little tacky. Whether you're discussing your recent shopping haul or boasting about a great deal you scored, it often signals insecurity, as though you need to justify your purchases. We've all been there, trying to impress others by showing how smart or savvy we are with our money, but there's a fine line between sharing a great bargain and sounding obsessed with price tags. It can even make others uncomfortable, as if you're measuring your worth by what you can afford. What to do instead? Shift the conversation from prices to value. Instead of talking about how much you spent, highlight what makes the purchase meaningful or worthwhile. Maybe it's the experience or the lasting impact of something you bought. Focus on the quality, the craftsmanship, or the memories made, rather than the cost. By doing this, you exude a sense of maturity and refinement. Remember, no one truly wants to hear the price of your handbag or how much you saved at the store. What's more important is how you carry yourself and your sense of style, not the price tag attached to it. Keep the focus on the value, not the dollar amount. Number 4, poor table manners and phone usage during meals. It's easy to get distracted while eating. Maybe you're scrolling through your phone or fiddling with your cutlery in ways that are more about your mind wandering than being present. But poor table manners and checking your phone constantly during meals can leave a bad impression, especially in social or professional settings. When you're at the table, it's not just about the food, it's about the people around you. When your attention is divided, it signals that you're not fully invested in the conversation. Or worse, that you don't respect the time you're sharing with others. What to do instead? The simple rule here: put your phone away. Focus on the meal, the people you're with, and the conversation. Chew with your mouth closed. Avoid talking with your mouth full, and be mindful of the pace at which you eat. This shows respect for your company and makes you appear poised and in control. Taking a moment to be fully present during meals isn't just about manners. It's a sign of confidence and awareness. It also creates a more pleasant atmosphere for everyone involved. You'll find that this small act of attentiveness goes a long way in making you seem more refined, grounded, and respectful. Number 5, constant name-dropping and status signaling. We've all encountered that person who can't seem to have a conversation without mentioning their connections. Whether they're casually mentioning their friendship with a CEO or name-dropping a high-end restaurant they recently dined at, it can quickly become tiresome. Constantly referencing your status or the people you know might feel like an attempt to impress, but it usually has the opposite effect. It can make you seem insecure, like you're trying too hard to prove your worth. It also runs the risk of alienating others, who might feel like you're trying to show them up rather than connect. What to do instead? Focus on the conversation at hand and let your actions speak for themselves. Instead of name-dropping, talk about shared experiences or mutual interests. If you've had an interesting experience or met someone noteworthy, mention it casually, without making it the focal point of your interaction. People respect those who don't need to advertise their connections. The more grounded and humble you are, the more people will naturally gravitate toward you. Let your presence, your intellect, and your personality shine, rather than relying on external markers of success. In the end, you're more memorable for what you contribute than who you know. Number 6, interrupting others, mid-sentence. We've all been in conversations where someone just can't seem to let you finish a sentence. You're in the middle of making a point, and suddenly they're cutting you off, jumping in with their own thoughts. It's frustrating, isn't it? But here's the thing. Interrupting others mid-sentence isn't just rude. It's a sign of impatience or even insecurity. It can make you seem like you don't value the other person's perspective, or that you're too eager to make your own point. What to do instead? Here's a simple solution. Listen. Allow the person to finish their thought before responding. And if you're worried about losing your train of thought, jot down a quick note or wait for a natural pause. Interrupting is often a reflex, but with a little effort, you can turn it into an opportunity to show how confident and respectful you are. Active listening not only helps you understand the conversation better, but it also makes the other person feel heard and valued. It's a small act that goes a long way in building stronger, more meaningful connections with others. Remember, conversations are about more than just speaking. They're about sharing, respecting, and engaging. So next time, take a step back, let the other person finish, and watch the conversation flow naturally. Number 7, over-explaining and justifying every decision. How many times have you found yourself in a situation where you felt the need to explain every little decision you've made? Maybe it's the choice of outfit, the way you handle a work project, or even something as simple as your weekend plans. We all do it, feeling like we need to justify our actions to others. But here's the thing. Over-explaining or justifying every decision comes across as uncertainty. It can make you seem less confident and more like you're trying to gain approval rather than simply owning your choices. What to do instead? Here's a better approach. Trust yourself. When you make a decision, own it confidently. You don't owe anyone a detailed explanation. A simple, "I decided on this because it feels right," is enough. You've made your choice, and that's all that matters. The key is self-assurance. When you don't feel the need to explain every little thing, it signals maturity and self-respect. People will start to notice that you're not easily swayed by outside opinions, and that you trust your judgment. This doesn't mean you don't value feedback. It just means you don't need external validation for every decision you make. Keep your choices simple and firm, and others will respect you for it. Number 8, complaining and gossiping excessively. Let's be honest. We've all been there. A tough day at work, a frustrating interaction with a friend, or just dealing with the general chaos of life. It's easy to start venting or even gossiping about the situation. But there's a fine line between sharing your frustrations with someone close and indulging in constant complaining and gossiping. Excessive complaining and gossip can make you come across as negative, draining, and even a little bitter. It pulls the energy out of a room and leaves others feeling uncomfortable. Plus, it doesn't solve anything. It just keeps the cycle of negativity going. What to do instead? Instead of focusing on the problem, shift your energy to finding a solution. Complaints are only productive when they lead to action. If something's bothering you, talk about it briefly and then move on to what can be done about it. If you feel the urge to gossip, redirect the conversation to something more positive or constructive. A positive mindset not only boosts your mood, but also leaves others feeling uplifted after speaking with you. When you stop focusing on what's wrong and start focusing on what's right, or at least what can be improved, you'll notice how much more confident and in control you feel. People respect those who solve problems, not those who dwell on them. Number 9. Poor posture and constantly looking down at your phone. It's easy to get caught up in the constant pull of our phones. We're scrolling through emails, checking social media, or texting, all while walking down the street or sitting at a cafe. But here's the thing. Constantly looking down at your phone not only affects your posture, but it also makes you look disconnected and disinterested. Poor posture, whether it's slouching in your chair or walking with your head down, also signals a lack of confidence. When you don't carry yourself well, it affects how others perceive you and how you feel about yourself. What to do instead? Start by being present. When you're in a conversation or in a room full of people, put your phone away. Stand or sit up straight and look people in the eye. Good posture not only makes you appear more confident and approachable, but it also has physical benefits. It helps with breathing, improves circulation, and even boosts your energy levels. When you walk, lift your head and shoulders and keep your phone in your bag or pocket, unless it's necessary. This simple shift can transform your overall presence. Good posture exudes confidence, poise, and professionalism, while constantly looking down at your phone makes you appear distracted and less engaged. Remember, how you carry yourself speaks volumes. You don't need to say a word for people to know whether you're confident, in control, or distracted. So stand tall, look up, and give the world your full attention. Number 10. Showing up late without acknowledgement or apology. We've all been there, running late because of a meeting that went over, traffic, or just one of those days where nothing goes according to plan. But showing up late without acknowledging it or offering a simple apology? That's a major etiquette mistake. It's not just about being punctual, it's about respecting other people's time. When you arrive late without any acknowledgement, it sends the message that your time is more important than theirs. And that's not a look anyone wants to project. What to do instead? If you're running late, send a quick message or make a note to apologize as soon as you arrive. A simple, "I'm sorry for being late, thank you for your patience," goes a long way. This small gesture shows that you respect the other person's time and that you're considerate enough to acknowledge the inconvenience. Punctuality isn't just about being on time. It's about making others feel valued. When you make the effort to show up on time, or at least communicate your delay, it enhances your credibility and the quality of your relationships. People respect those who show up, acknowledge when they're late, and make the effort to respect others' time. Being considerate in this way shows maturity and self-awareness, making you appear more polished and in control. Bonus point: correcting other people's grammar and etiquette in public. This one's a bonus, and it's a game changer. We've all been in a conversation where someone says something that doesn't sit right, maybe a grammatical error or a small etiquette slip. The urge to correct them can be strong, but doing so in public is a major faux pas. Correcting someone in front of others can come off as patronizing, rude, and even condescending. It puts the other person on the spot and often makes them feel embarrassed. What to do instead? Unless the person directly asks for feedback, keep it to yourself. If it's a casual setting, let it slide. You can always offer a private, gentle correction if it's really necessary. But in public, let them be. A classy woman knows that not everything needs to be pointed out, especially when it's not constructive. This simple act of restraint makes you seem far more elegant and considerate. It shows respect for others and gives you an air of humility, an understated yet powerful form of grace. If you've watched until this point, leave a simple "done" in the comments to let us know you've seen the whole video. Please don't forget to like this video to support our growth, subscribe for more daily content like this, and share it with someone who would benefit from these tips. Thanks for watching. Check out the video on your screen next, and we'll see you tomorrow.